Hey everyone, welcome back to the Daily English Talk podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sarah. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Today we're tackling something really important for, well, anyone learning English. How to prepare your mind for success.
Yeah, we've looked into this quite a bit, and it's clear that learning English is, so much more than just memorizing words and grammar. It's really about your mindset, how you approach the whole thing.
Absolutely. We've all seen it, right?
Yeah.
People study for years, know all the rules, but then freeze up when they actually need to speak.
Exactly. And then you see others, maybe with less formal study, but they just jump in, speak more confidently, seem to learn faster.
So today we want to unpack that. What's the difference in their thinking?
Right. We'll share some practical tips, some mindset shifts, things you can actually do to learn faster and feel way more confident. The goal is really to get you feeling excited about learning.
Okay, let's dive in. First up, the right mindset. What does that even mean for learning English?
Well, fundamentally, it often comes down to this idea of a fixed versus a growth mindset. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I have. Fixed mindset is basically believing your talent is just set, right? Like, I'm just not good at languages.
Exactly. You think, I wasn't born speaking English, so I'll never be really good at it. And that kind of thinking, well, it really holds you back. You end up avoiding challenges.
Because you're afraid of proving that limitation you believe you have.
Precisely. But then there's the growth mindset. This is the belief that, you can get better. Your abilities aren't fixed. They can grow with effort and practice.
And research really backs this up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
People with a growth mindset tend to learn faster.
Totally. Because they're not so afraid of messing up. They see challenges as chances to learn, not tests they might fail.
Which brings us perfectly to mistakes. The fear of making mistakes. It's huge for English learners.
It really is. So many people know the grammar, know the words, but the fear of saying something wrong just paralyzes them. They stay silent.
Yeah, it's like a self-imposed gag order.
Mm.
But we need to remember, mistakes aren't failures. They're actually proof you're trying, you're engaging.
Think about little kids learning to talk. They make sounds that are way off, but do they stop?
Nope. They just keep babbling, keep trying. No embarrassment.
Right. But as adults, we get so self-conscious, oh no, I used the wrong tense, and we shut down.
So the key is reframing. Instead of, I'm bad at this, maybe think, oh, interesting. Okay, that's not how you say it. Learn something. It's about curiosity, not judgment.
Exactly. And tied into that is patience. This is another big one.
Oh yeah, people get so frustrated they aren't fluent in like 3 months.
Right. But it's like going to the gym. You go for 6 months, you'll see changes, for sure. But you won't suddenly look like Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Good analogy. Language learning takes time. Consistent effort over time.
Mm-hmm. Focus on the progress you are making, however small it seems. Every little win counts. Celebrate understanding a new phrase or getting your point across.
Okay, so to quickly recap mindset. Aim for a growth mindset. Believe you can improve. Embrace mistakes, learning fuel. And be patient. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Well put. And building on that mindset, let's talk confidence. Specifically, speaking confidence.
Yes, the confidence gap.
Yeah.
Knowing the stuff versus actually using it when you need to speak.
So many learners hit this wall. Why? Well, number one is that fear of mistakes we just talked about.
And number two?
Fear of judgment. Worrying about what others will think, sounding silly, not being understood.
Which is understandable, but often native speakers are way more understanding than we think, right? They usually appreciate the effort.
Absolutely. Most people just want to connect. They're not there grading your grammar. But knowing that and feeling that are different.
True. Confidence is built, not just intellectually understood. It comes from doing.
Exactly. So let's get practical. How do you actually build that speaking confidence? Tip number one, get comfortable listening first.
Seems a bit backward if you want to speak more, no?
Kinda, but think about it. You need to really hear the rhythm, the sounds, the flow of natural English before you can replicate it well. It's like trying to cook a dish you've never tasted.
Makes sense. So, listen actively. Movies, podcasts, real conversations.
Yes. Pay attention to intonation, how words link together. And there's a great technique called shadowing.
Oh yeah, where you listen and repeat right after.
Exactly. Listen to a short bit, pause, repeat, mimic the sound, the rhythm. It's fantastic for pronunciation, flow, and just building that muscle memory for speaking. Builds confidence too.
Okay, shadowing. Got it. What's next?
Tip 2, speak alone first.
Talk to myself.
Yeah, it sounds weird, but it works. Describe what you're doing. I'm making coffee now. Tell yourself a story. read something out loud.
No pressure, right? It's getting used to forming the sentences, hearing your own voice in English.
Exactly. And you can even try talking to the mirror. It helps you get comfortable with the physical act of speaking English, seeing yourself do it.
Okay, talking to the mirror. Maybe I'll try that. Tip number 3.
Start small, then go bigger. Don't try to have a massive, deep conversation right off the bat.
Right, that could be super intimidating.
Totally. So start with just a single sentence in a real situation. Ordering coffee. 1 latte, please. That's it.
Manageable. Then build up.
Yep. Next time, maybe 1 latte, please, with oat milk. Then maybe 1 latte, please, with oat milk. How's your day going? Each little success makes the next step easier, builds momentum.
I like that. Small wins. Okay, number 4.
Find a safe practice space. If talking to strangers feels terrifying, start somewhere less stressful.
Like language exchange partners. Or tutors.
Exactly. There are tons of apps, HelloTalk, Tandem, or online groups where everyone is learning. It's a lower stakes environment.
And you mentioned a mindset trick.
Oh yeah, just tell your practice partner, hey, I'm still learning and I get a bit nervous. Most people are really understanding and supportive. It takes the pressure off.
Good tip. Because connection is usually more important than perfection.
Absolutely. And finally, tip number 5, make speaking a daily habit.
Consistency again. Like the gym analogy.
Exactly. The more you do it, even just for 5 minutes a day, the less scary it becomes. If you only speak English once a month, it's always going to feel daunting.
So a little bit every day makes a huge difference. Challenge yourself. Say 1 sentence in English today.
Yep. So those 5 tips. Listen a lot, speak alone, start small, find a safe space, and make it a daily habit. That's how you build real speaking confidence.
Great stuff. Okay, so we have the mindset, we have strategies for confidence.
Yeah.
What about just practical everyday habits to keep the momentum going?
Yes, because it's about creating an environment, both internal and external, that supports your learning. These are simple things you can weave into your day.
Okay, habit number 1.
Start your day with English. The first hour sets the tone.
How? Like instead of scrolling social media?
Maybe listen to an English podcast while you make breakfast. Or, here's a simple one, change your phone language to English.
Ooh, that's brave. But forces you to interact with English right away.
Exactly, or just journal 1 sentence in English each morning. Today I feel, or my plan is. Gets your brain switching gears early.
Okay, good start. Habit 2.
Surround yourself with English. Make it unavoidable.
Beyond just study time, you mean?
Yeah. We mentioned the phone setting, watch YouTube in English, follow English accounts on social media. And here's a fun one. Label things in your house.
Put a sticky note saying fridge on the fridge.
Exactly. Door, window, kettle. It creates this constant passive exposure and word association. You see the object, you see the word.
Simple, but probably quite effective.
Very. And maybe ask people you live with to use simple English phrases, even just good morning or pass the salt, please. Every little bit helps immerse you.
Right. Okay. Habit 3.
Think in English. This is a big one for fluency.
Because translating in your head slows you down, right?
Massively.
Wow.
So start small again. See a tree, think tree, not your native word first. Then try short phrases. That's a big tree.
And then,
Try narrating your day silently in your head. Okay, I'm walking to the bus stop now. I need to buy a ticket. It trains your brain to process thoughts directly in English.
internal monologue in English.
Yeah.
Got it. Habit 4.
Talk to yourself. We mentioned it for confidence, but it's also a great mental readiness habit.
Okay, so actually saying things out loud, even when alone.
Yes. Rehearse conversations, describe what you're cooking, plan your day out loud in English.
And you mentioned recording yourself.
Yeah, it helps you get used to the sound of your own English voice. It might feel weird at first. You might notice things you want to improve, but that's good. It helps you track progress.
Okay, makes sense. And the last habit, number 5.
Set small daily goals.
Instead of just aiming for fluency, which is kind of huge and vague.
Exactly. That can feel overwhelming. Instead, aim for something concrete today. Learn 3 new idioms, or use 1 English sentence with the shopkeeper.
Achievable things.
Yeah,
And then celebrate when you do them.
definitely. Acknowledge those small wins. It keeps you motivated. Remember, all those little steps add up to big progress over time.
So those 5 habits. Start the day with English, surround yourself with it, think in English, talk to yourself, and set small daily goals.
That's the toolkit for mental readiness.
Wow, okay. We've covered a lot. The mindset piece, building confidence, and these daily habits.
Yeah, and hopefully listening to this, you feel a bit more empowered, maybe inspired. Learning English really is so much about how you think about it and approach it.
For sure. So key takeaways. Growth mindset is crucial. Mistakes are good. Patience is key.
Confidence comes from doing. Listen, speak alone, start small, find safe spaces, make it a daily thing.
And those daily habits start with English. Surround yourself, think in it, talk to yourself, set small goals that create the right conditions for learning.
And you don't have to do everything at once. Just pick one or two things that feel doable for you right now and stick with them. Consistency is the magic ingredient.
Absolutely. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent, showing up each day.
So here's a little challenge. Pick one tip, just one, from everything we discussed and try it today. Maybe it's labeling your coffee machine. Maybe it's listening to one song in English and trying to shadow a line.
Whatever it is, just start. And hey, if you found this useful, maybe share it with a friend who's also learning English.
Yeah, spread the word. And make sure you subscribe to the Daily English Talk podcast so you catch our next chat.
We'd also genuinely love to hear from you. Which habit are you going to try first? Send us a message, leave a comment. We really do like hearing your stories.
Definitely. All right, that's about all the time we have for today. Keep up the amazing work, keep practicing, keep learning.
And we'll see you in the next session.